I was born in New York, in the US, and as an undergraduate, when I was considering graduate studies, postgraduate, they're called in Australia, I was invited by an Australian professor at my university to come to Australia. I was very excited to hear about International House opening up as a place for more mature students. It was very casual, informal, no rules. We were treated as mature adults. As soon as the place opened, I moved in. I got my Master of Science here in Australia. I was studying marine botany, looking at seaweeds on the coast. My husband and I, whom I met here, moved then to the US for further postgraduate work. Now I'm taking care of a disabled daughter, gardening with California natives, reading a lot of mystery books, teaching Tai Chi. One of my most memorable experiences at International House was when I got lost on a bushwalk in the Blue Mountains. We were delayed getting back by a few days. We had enough food, and we knew where we were going, but we were late coming back. I hadn't thought anybody would worry about my absence because I was new to the country. But when I returned, I found out that people in the department had raised the issue, and they were all very relieved to see me. This led to a rule at International House. One of the first rules was that when you're going on an outing, you should check out and let people know where you're going. I was on the student council for a while here at International House. One of the fun events was that I organized an evening for square dancing. And I remember going down to the American consulate downtown Sydney and getting music and words for the square dancing, and then I called the dance. And even though students thought at first maybe it was a little childish, they all ended up having a very good time. So one of the most pivotal events of my stay here at International House was that I met my husband here. He was driving in the front seat with his date as we went to the opera, and I was in the back seat with my date, and I thought he looked pretty cute. And eventually we got together, and he helped analyze my data for my thesis. He was in computer science. I think living at International House did shape my perceptions of the world. I had been raised to think that skin color didn't matter, and I still believe that, but I hadn't really understood that culture does matter. And interacting with people from different cultures, I could see their different values, how they had different ways of looking at the world, and that was good insight for me. I think the role of International House is more crucial than ever. As we see world conflict continuing, we really need to interact and get to know people as individuals and not just have stereotypes about their beliefs and their ideas.